All right, well, we're going to jump into this. I do not know what order they are in, but we're going to start with a couple of questions from Antonin. Antonin has it is one question, but there are two options to this question, and it goes a little something like this. Which unlikely event is more likely to happen in 2025? Option A, all four majors are won by Scottie Scheffler. Option B is that all four majors are won by first-timers, which most recently happened in 2016. Then it happened in 2011. It happened in 2003. So it's been three times basically in the last 20 years. Obviously, Greg, I don't need to do the math. No one in the last 20 years has won all four in the same year. But which of these do you think is more likely to happen in 2025?
Yeah, you probably know where I sit on this one. And if you watched our prediction show, I had Scottie winning the first two, and it just had to mix it up and throw Rory McIlroy in there for the third major of the year. So I do think Scottie is more likely. And it's not just what Scottie is doing. I believe he's a dominant force in the game and capable of winning all four majors. I never thought I would say that about anybody. But the other side of this coin is all four first-time major winners. You're talking Scottie doesn't win any. Rory doesn't win any. Xander doesn't win any. Bryson doesn't win any. The guys that you expect to get in here and really compete for a major championship and win one, contend and maybe all of them, they've won majors. And the list of first-timers, you're talking about a Max Homa, a Victor Hovland, Patrick Cantlay. You get thin pretty quick. So I think the guys that have won majors are primed and ready to go and will. If Scottie doesn't win all four, I still think I think there's a better chance you have no first-time major winners winning any majors this year than all first-time major winners winning.
Mark, you had a physical reaction when those words came out of Greg's mouth. I don't think you agreed with him.
Well, here's the thing. On this preview, on the prognostication show, I was like, not happening. And then you guys pointed out to me that Fleetwood was the first time, and I'd predicted him to win the Open at Portrush. Here's the thing. The last time someone won all four major championships in 1 year was Bob Jones. And they were different to the majors we know. It was the Open, the US Open, the US Amateur, and the British Amateur. The closest someone's been has been God, Tiger Woods-ish, right? Who had four in a row over 2 years. It was the Tiger Slam. So it's never really been done where one guy wins all four. Now, respect to Scottie. I hear Greg and I hear the point, but I think there's way more chance of first-timers winning than one guy winning them all. Now, I'm not open right now, disclosure, that I'm thinking that first-timers are going to come through at these venues next year. They're all sort of venues where it's going to separate the wheat from the chaff. And someone who hasn't won a major when it's coming down the stretch is going to be hard around these courses. But I still just cannot see, no matter how good they are. Even Tiger Woods could not pull off four in one season. So I'm going with the first-timers, all four of them.
Break the tie, Patrick.
Logical, I'm going to go with Scottie Scheffler because Greg just mentioned.
You guys ever been to a PGA Tour event in
person? Mark's decision was logical.
Logic, probability, like it is zero chance that like it is infinitely more likely that a first timer wins all four.
I'm going to win the $900 million lottery tomorrow, whenever it is before that happens.
I just.
Well, are you going to play, Mark?
Heck yeah, I'm at the lottery ticket. You'll never see me again if I win.
No, I mean, look, Greg was right on when he said Mark's answer was the logical one. I don't live in the logic, right? We talked about how Jordan Spieth lives in being uncomfortable. That's where Greg and I are right now. We're okay pushing the envelope, putting our necks on the line. Scottie Scheffler is going to win the Masters. PGA could be up for grabs, right? Rory McIlroy plays great there. Sure. Xander Schauffele as well at Quail Hollow. He's going to win the U.S. Open. And then at the Open Championship, we saw this past year, he played pretty well. I believe he was under par or par or better in all 4 rounds there. So you look at the crop of guys who haven't won major championships yet, the big names, you always get like a random guy here or there. I think we can all agree Brian Harman a couple years ago at the Open, not really on anyone's radar. So you could toss in, I don't know, a boatload of names there also, but I'm going to roll with Scottie.
Both of these things are incredibly unlikely. I just think that Scottie winning is all 4 would be incredible. Here, I'm just looking at the Masters odds, just the Masters odds right now. I'm just going through the handful of names that are 50 to 1 or shorter that have not won a major. Off the top of my head, Ludwig is there, Victor Hovland, Tommy Fleetwood, Patrick Cantlay, Joaquin Niemann, Tyrrell Hatton, Tony Finau, Sungjae Im. End of list.
What about Greg's guy, Bob McIntyre? Well,
Yes, he's there, but he is very much down the board. Where is Robert?
Really? Good in majors.
120 to 1.
Oh, put that
Same
lottery
odds as
ticket on that, Mark.
Ricky Fowler.
Hey.
Wow. Okay. Well, there you go. Let's move on.
He's not even in the field.